What's up, everybody? How's it going? Last night we had a pretty decent, I'll say, playthrough. Decent. Hopefully I can get a lot accomplished on here today. Right before I jump into the story, I'm going to go ahead and go turn this in, then jump back to the story. Because it'll only take just a little bit of time. And I hate to not have this completed. Shouldn't take long. So, Kingdom Hearts 3. Gotta say, I'm super stoked for it. The new worlds are gonna be so awesome. Where the hell's that door? Ah, the big gaping hole. Ah, shit. That is not what I wanted to do. I did it again. I did the same thing last night. I gotta go to, this place. I could actually turn that in, but I'm waiting to save the reputation. Okay. That wasn't too bad. It is said that a hunting party was set upon by the Almajal. Many of my kin have not returned from the sands. Must the tragedies of the past be so faithfully repeated? I'm not sure who I talk to next. The Ring of Ash. Okay, so I'll just go back to, both of these, same spot. It is a long travel though. Probably best to just go back to little Alnico. Fast travel there, run around. Right back. Wow. returning to the work schedule tomorrow and Tuesday. So I will only be playing at night. One stream tomorrow, only Final Fantasy XIV from about 8 o'clock Eastern time to about 10, and that is PM. What next? You are late. I might have thought you delayed by a Whelmick worm, but the cloying pity in your eyes tell the tale. Do they mourn for me in Forgotten Springs? Look at me, adventurer. This is an Almajal battle mask, given to me by the war leader himself. It is worn only by those who have chosen the path of the warrior. You likely heard stories from the rangers of how I was taken or killed during an Almajal raid all those years ago. They are right. They are wrong. They're right, they're wrong. I know not how I survived the attack, but it was the Hamaj God who found me as I stumbled through the desert, barely conscious and was badly wounded. He gazed down upon my battered face and gave me a simple choice: linger here and die, or come with me and fight. It was then that I made the decision to discard my past, my family, my tribe, my very identity. I was reborn into the Brotherhood of Ash, existing for no other purpose but to feed the fires of my vengeance. This mask is a symbol of my resolve. It represents my transformation into an Almajal soldier, strong and proud. I tell you this not to justify my deceit, but to dam the flood of your foolish questions before it begins. Now, stow your unwanted sympathy and make your report to the war leader. Honored ally, with your continued aid, the Brotherhood of Ash will rekindle the glory of our past. As once did our ancestors, we shall forge still our bodies and spirits and greet death with honor. To no gods will we beg for, nor against the meek raise arms. We are warriors, walkers in the path of righteous battle. We do not kneel to claim our strength. By these words and your soul too shall burn as brightly. Reputation up. You've been recognized. Oh, recognized. Oh, okay. Almajal Beast Tribe quests are available from Narjubal at the Ring of Ash. Furthermore, you now have access to a wider selection of wares from the Brotherhood of Ash vendor. Ah, more missions, let's see. But we will dive back into these later. We'll go ahead and check out that reputation. Recognized. 10 out of 360. That is going to take a while. But again, another time. Let's get back to that main scenario. When I get back there, I'll go ahead and take out the edgy. My water's frozen. That was unexpected. Okay, where to next? To the Forgotten Knot. That is not. This is what I've been waiting for. Emmerich, what's next? Emmerich appears lost in nostalgia. Nostalgia. My own friendship with Estinian began some 10 years past, shortly after we joined the Temple Knots. I learned his name soon enough, but Estinian barely registered my existence. I was less a fellow recruit, and more a shadow which occasionally darkened his path. And so, I might have remained, had fate not seen fit to intervene. While out on patrol, our company was set upon by a dragon, and we were the only two to survive. The experience forged a bond between us, as such life-threatened situations are wont to do. Despite our friendship, he remained an intense and solitary youth, wholly obsessed with claiming vengeance against Nidhogg. Revenge was ever at the forefront of his mind. Revenge for the death of his parents, and revenge for his younger brother. I would venture that in Alphino he sees something of his lost sibling. And in the ungentle chidings of Estinian, Alphino has found the elder brother he never had. Truth be told, Estinian tactless observations have saved me from disaster more than once, and I can well understand Alphino's affection for him. He is a friend for whom I would gladly. Lord Commander, your presence is required in the infirmary. Is he? Tell them I'm on my way. Ah. It's a Estinian. Quickly, Tomberry, we must go to him. Oh, yes! Goldmine. Here we go. Several cutscenes that will play in sequence. Here we go. Get ready. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time. Time has been set aside. To the infirmary? Yes. We want to see these awesome cutscenes coming up. Here we go. It is about to get real. Oh no.
Estinian!
Hello, Zombie Fox. Glad you could join us. He looks so crazy.
Cease your mewling, boy. It grates my ears.
He's alive. No armor.
Forgive me. When I saw you awaken, I could not... It was such a relief. We feared you might never wake up.
Yeah, it is crazy seeing him out of his armor. I didn't expect it. Yeah.
Now, Estinian. If Master Alphino thought any less of you, you would still be Nidhogg's plaything.
or dead?
Aye, 'twas but a jest. I thank you, Alphino. And you too, Warrior of Light. Quite how you managed to persuade Hraesvelgr to aid in his brood brother's downfall I cannot imagine. But full glad am I that you did. Yet again, you have achieved the impossible.
I, for my part, owe you an apology. When last we met, I did willingly loose an arrow at your heart. Can you forgive me?
There is naught to forgive, Hameric. You but acted in defense of Ishgard as is your duty. Were you any less single-minded about it, I would not follow you into battle, nor trust you at my back. Besides, I had come to the selfsame conclusion that I would have to perish for Nidhogg to be stopped. So let us dispense with the hand-wringing. I have heard enough mewling for one day.
Oh!
He comes back with jokes.
The tendrils of Nidhogg's foul presence bound up every fiber of my being, usurping my senses, but I yet retained some trace of awareness. The worm's mind was as a vast and tumultuous sea. Endlessly its black waters churned, his grief and despair at Ratatoska's murder never calming, never receding. Driven by this surging current came wave upon wave of unrelenting rancor.
I'll be pretty excited to see that too.
It was the very image of my own heart. There I saw the dark reflection of the hatred I felt after Nidhogg slew my family. When no path remained save vengeance against dragonkind. Neither one of us had a choice. But I was blessed with something Nidhogg was not. Comrades and teachers to console and admonish me. Had I not had them to gainsay my obsession, it would surely have consumed me as Nidhogg's did him, and we would have been in all respects alike. Though his shade is banished, his spirit scattered upon the sea of clouds, I feel no joy at his passing. Where once I craved vengeance, I now crave rest. Lord Commander, my hunt is at an end. I would lay down the mantle of Azure Dragoon.
What?
My friend.
He has tired himself with too many words. I doubt not that he will make a full recovery, but he must be allowed some few days of quiet.
I too must see my path to its end. Sleep well, my friend.
Oh, that was a good scene. What is up, Matthew?
Following the battle with Nidhogg on the Steps of Faith, Sir Emeric called an assembly that he might make his final proclamation as acting head of state. "'Twas there, with one decree, that the 1,000-year rule of the archbishops was ended, paving the way for a new republic. The governance of Ishgard would now be placed in the hands of high and lowborn alike, their ranks represented by the newly founded House of Lords and House of Commons. Church was separated from state. The foundation for change had been carefully laid, and the reforms proposed by Ishgard's new government passed into law without incident. His duty done, Emeric de Burrell gladly stepped down from the Archbishop's dais, only to be raised unto the highest seat in the House of Lords.
What?
Though he strove at first to refuse this honor, the unexpectedly strident voice of the Count de Durandare left him little choice but to accept. And so it was that the winds of gentle revolution came to stir. Prominent among the many honored guests at Sir Emeric's investiture were the ambassadors of Dragonkind, a fitting symbol of Ishgard's newfound peace. The people looked on in awe as he soared through the heavens on Dragonback. And by their cheers did they hail him an azure dragoon for a new age.
Good to see he's had a full recovery.
Thus were the notes of the dragon song rewritten, the din of war giving way to a rising litany of peace and hope.
Matthew. Glad you could jump in, and hopefully work goes well for you. Glad you could jump in here when you did. This music is so great. Okay, what's about to happen? There's nothing ever this good in the game. Something always happens. We saw him leave town. Why are they showing us the empty bed? He did leave behind. Ooh. Okay, I don't know what's up. Guess we just gotta deal with that. I can't turn it off right now. Sorry if the alerts go off any more. That I don't know what's up. I was gazing out at the sea of clouds in an all rare moment of idleness when I chanced to behold a certain hero wending his way towards the city on Dragonback. Welcome home, Tonberry. Home. Nay, 'twas no grave matter that moved me to greet you in person. Between you and me, I merely sought respite from pressures of office. No sooner do I surrender my role as temporary head of state that I am burdened with the position of more permanent responsibility. I fancy that it echoes in some small measure the way that you must feel when your impossible feats of heroism are rewarded with still more impossible challenges. The myth which guided our society for generation lies in tatters, and I then to be scorned for building upon the system of nobility that I once sought to tear down. And what strange jest is this that places me at its pinnacle, an archbishop's bastard at the head of the House of Lords? But these questions are for me to answer. It's not in man's nature to change overnight. This I learned through painful experience, and it was this hard lesson which convinced me to take the path which we now follow. Even as we rebuild the bridge between man and dragon, we must reimagine Ishgard, one carefully placed stone at a time. We must remember that it is not for us that we lay this groundwork, but for the men and women that our children will become. May their towers rise proudly from the fundament of our legacy. I hear word from Captain Whitecape that Estinian has vanished from his sick room. His willfulness survives undiminished. Should you ever happen upon our unmannerly friend on your travels, Pray assure him that I shall keep Ishgard safe until he deigns to come home. Thank you, Tonberry, and please convey my warmest regards to Master Alphino. There's no point, I'll just run. I was about to run past it. No doubt, I totally agree, Zombie Fox. He is a great character from beginning, start to... Well, I haven't finished anything, but no doubt. You spoke with Sir Emmerich. I do not envy him his new position. Ishgard has chosen a new road, but one littered with detours of thousands of years of broken faith. Oh shit. Well, I got yet though her people. Where is this? Yet, though her people may stumble from time to time, I know none better than Sir Emmerich to lead the march of progress. As for us, there remains the small matter of ushering in a new dawn in the shadow of incrucible Ascian machinations, and a seemingly endless procession of promels. But we too must walk our chosen path, no matter how treacherous the footing. What you got for me? Wind up Emmerich. Well, that's pretty cool. Orchestration roll. And a fine coat. The Alpine coat. Something that isn't really going to help me whatsoever. Looks cool though. Let's change this back to General. In the wake of Ishgard's governmental reform, new airship routes have been sanctioned. You may now travel to a selection of distant locales from the landing in Ishgard. Cool. What's going down now? Something's going down. More business with the Warriors of Darkness. Kind of freaking me out. Thank you, Blainaires. Nay, you need not remain there. We shall rendezvous at the usual place. All is proceeding as expected, then. Aye, there is naught to concern us, aside from one overly curious mouse. Thancred? This way. An elf and his sister, him again. It is of no moment. They will play their part, and we will play ours. Thickens, and thus did grey mist give way to the azure sky. Man and dragon rise above, voices joined in song, but beneath shrouded bogs, beyond the scope of lot, shadow stirs. That was so perfectly placed. A new day dawns in Ishgard, and the House Fortump's Knight has tidings for you. Eggnog. Master Disciple. Master Disciple. You are come at most excellent time. An invitation from a truly preeminent personage was delivered to the manor but a short while ago. Would that you had been present to receive it. But in any event, Sir Emmerich de Borel, Lord Speaker of the House of Lords, Lord Commander of the Temple Knots, and Viscount of the House Borel, accordingly, he has a lot of titles now, accordingly invites Master Disciple to dine with him at his estate. You seem surprised. The messenger assured me that his lord had broached the subject with you at an earlier date, when the arrangements for the peace conference were still being finalized. Of course, the intervening moons afforded little opportunity for leisure, but with the happy advent of peace, 'tis plain the Lord Commander sees no further cause to delay. What say you? I should be glad to accept. I would, but I haven't the foggiest what to wear. Any thoughts? To be honest, I'd rather not. Let's just be enthusiastic. Indeed, who would not? You will forgive me if I am envious. I shall send word of your acceptance to Borel Manor at once. When you are ready, pray report to the Astrologicum, and they will have someone escort you the rest of the way. The Astrologicum. Such an odd word. The music has changed and it sounds suspenseful. The part that convinced you that Emmerich was in love with the Warrior of Law. Greetings, well met, Master Disciple. I have the honor and the privilege to serve as head steward of House Boril, though admittedly, our staff is somewhat smaller than those of other noble families, being countable on one hand. My lord would be overjoyed to hear that you have accepted his invitation. As you will soon see, we have spared no expense. I dare say a man of action such as yourself enjoys nary a moment respite. The battlefield beckons even now, I am sure, but for this day we bid you lay down your burdens and raise a glass to peace and prosperity.
To think the Moogles would prove such harsh taskmasters. Forgive me. I did not know you had suffered so in your quest for the horn.
You gotta admit, this is probably really nice for these two to just sit here and catch up. It's always action and in passing. Actually,
I must say, your spirited accounts always come as a welcome change from the arid reports which fill my days.
just sitting and relaxing, chilling out. Drinking. No, none for the Warrior of Lot. Only coffee, apparently. He's making sure he sees what goes in that cup.
Though I have lived in these lands my entire life, to hear you speak of them, there is much and more I have yet to see. Truly, yours was a marvelous journey.
Though perhaps a bit long for my liking, why not join me on the next? It wasn't all sunshine and lemon cakes. Ah, what to say? I'm torn between these two. Let's say it wasn't all sunshine and lemon cakes. Or let's yeah. He's not gonna ever be able to leave.
Nor would I presume to imply otherwise. Neither I nor any man alive can truly understand what you have endured, and I cannot say with any confidence that I would have acquitted myself as well under the circumstances, much less grown stronger for it. By your deeds, you have helped us to lay the foundation for lasting reform. The formation of the Republic is but the beginning, for it is not only our system of governance which must needs change. We, the people, must learn to let go of our hatreds and rise above our bloody past. I only pray that I live long enough to see us achieve some measure of success, that I might know the lost did not die in vain. I can still see you there on the steps of faith, striding fearlessly towards the worm. If you could do that, who are we to balk at the challenges ahead? The question of how best to strengthen ties with the other great nations of Eorzea has been debated at length in the Lords and Commons of late. As you may imagine, maintaining stability during this period of historic upheaval is our paramount concern. Nevertheless, we are greatly indebted to the Alliance for their support during the Grand Melee, and it would be remiss of us not to repay their faith in kind. Of course, we owe you the greatest debt of all, and it is my hope that in extending our support to you and the Scions, we might also express our gratitude to our neighbors, nay, our fellow Eorzeans, whom we pray you will continue to protect. The Lords and Commons agree on very little, but not a soul in either house begrudges your order this offer of patronage. For all you have done and will do, we thank you. May I ask a personal question? Now that the dust has settled, what will you do? Not as a scion, I mean, but what do you want for yourself?
What happened to that coffee?
Lord Commander, pray forgive the interruption.
News from House Fulton?
An urgent message for the Warrior of Light. I was instructed to deliver it without delay. Master Thancred returned to the manor a short time ago, bearing an injured maiden. Master Leveilleur and Mistress Tataru are tending to her wounds, but they like not her chances. Respectfully, my lord, they have requested the Warrior of Light's immediate presence.
You must go to them, my friend, and I shall go with you.
For every ending marks a new beginning. From tragedy and sacrifice, we rise to greet a new dawn, as did he. Only to be drawn unto another battlefield, another cause, as if by fate.
Basically a date. They were broing out.
Yes.
Is that...
Alize, Alphinaud's twin sister. She ran afoul of the Warriors of Darkness. I had been tracking them since the ceremony at Falcon's Nest. Little did I know I was not the only one. Evidently, she had learned of their activities and attempted to shadow them on her own. Poorly. I rescued her in the Twelveswood, and together we fled north. But though I made every effort to cover our tracks, they caught up with us on the Ishgardian border. And in the ensuing struggle, Alize took an arrow to the shoulder. It was only after we had made good our escape that I realized it was poisoned.
What?
Thank you for coming so quickly. And you, Sir Emmerich.
Think nothing of it. How is she?
We have done all we can for now. Although the immediate danger has passed, the poison yet lingers in her blood. We came to Eorzea together, hoping to bring salvation to the realm our grandfather gave his life to protect. But when confronted with the bitter realities of its politics and its petty powermongers, she was driven to anger and to doubt. She refused to become embroiled in what she termed Eorzea's squabbles and distance herself from the Scions.
What is up, Kaokin Kitty? Thought you could join us.
Though she remained hopeful of a brighter future, she would walk her own path. Would that it had not been so perilous. For all our differences, she is as dedicated as any Scion to the salvation of Eorzea. But more than that, she is my sister. To be reunited with her, only to lose her forever. Gods, even to speak the words.
Take heart, Master Alphino. She will be attended by our most skilled Chirurgeons. Bear Mistress Leveilleur to the infirmary at once. Apprise Captain Whitecape of the situation, and inform him that she is to be treated as my personal charge.
Wait, don't go. Please, come closer. The warriors of darkness are in league with the Ascians. Slaughtering the primals is but the first step in their plan. They make for Zelvatol to bring about Garuda's summoning, and to kill her. You must stop them.
I shall inform the others at once.
Master Thancred, I would ask that you accompany Mistress Leveilleur to the infirmary. Your knowledge of her injuries may well prove useful in determining her treatment.
Of course.
Yeah, poor Alphino can't catch a break right now with his emotions. Waiting for groups. I feel the pain. Surely they won't let her. Yes, I know. We must trust in Captain Whitecape and his Chirurgeons. Did they not bring Estinian back from the very brink of death? I am uncomfortably reminded of how he mocked me for praying at his bedside for days on end. What say you, my friend? Shall we turn our attention to a matter whose conclusion we have yet have the power to influence? Alphino and many others know all too well there is no rest for the righteous. Shadows of the First. So the warriors of darkness and the Ascians are conspiring to bring about Garuda's summoning, that they might put her to the sword. Then when we first encountered them in Loth Asnath, when they were confronting Ravania, Ravana. Gods, has this been their aim all along? What do you intend to do, Master Alfino? There is much and more I do not understand, but I know this: a primal summoning cannot be ignored. Alice risked her life to uncover this plot, and we squander her gift at our peril. Tonberry, will you accompany me to Zelfatal and help me stop the Ixal's ritual? You know me. Given that Ishgard shares a border with the Ixali homeland, we have vested interest in the outcome of this ritual. We have been willing to suffer the beastmen's intrusions into the Kortha's lands to a point, but the summoning of a primal is an escalation we cannot abide. You shall have the fastest airship, Master Alfino. The mountains of Zelfatal are not easily traversed, and this endeavor remains all haste. The gesture is most appreciated, Sir Emmerich, but I fear an aerial approach is destined to fail. This is their homeland, after all, and Ixal dirigibles are not to be underestimated. No experience tells me the only conceivable approach is by land. I believe it would be wiser to cross into Zelfatal by the way of the mountain pass east of Camp Dragonhead. In that case, I shall send instructions for the contingent of the camp's knights to be placed at your disposal. They will secure you safe passage through the mountains and escort you to Zelfatal. Though my men are unqualified to confront a primal, they are more than capable of contending with the Ixal. We should be glad of their assistance, Lord Edmund. In the event Mistress Alice regains consciousness, we will share with you any additional information she may provide. May the Fury watch over and keep you safe. Then let us be off. We can procure additional supplies we require in Camp Dragonhead. Back in the fray. Ah, there we go. Right beside the delivery Moogle. Have you everything you require then? Excellent. The entrance to the pass is north of Nautilon and due east of Camp Dragonhead. Though it is normally guarded by a score of Ixal warriors, I have been informed that the House Fortump's knights have already dispatched them. The enemy's gate lies open. We must but walk through. I'm so used to something more fancy. Play on PS4. How far north is this? That is not north at all. It's east. I missing these things here? What's up? Why can't I fly here? Not possible. Steadfast, Temple Knot, Master Disciple, Master Alphano. As you can see, the gate is ours. Be advised that our scouts are reporting increased activity around the first mountain. Simply put, they are up to something and don't want anyone interfering. We stand ready to escort you to the Zelfathol and aid you as you see fit. Given the numbers, we are like to encounter too prolonged approach. May be best. While the Knots and I feign a larger attack to draw the Exal attention, I suggest you and yours attempt to slip past their defenses and locate the site of the summoning ritual. If the gods are good, you should only have to deal with a few patrol, but if they are not, you may be forced to battle with the Warriors of Darkness. Ooh, I'm ready. Okay. Let's hope this waiting period isn't too long. But it's cool, I've got some new stuff I can do while I wait. Back to some good old Almajal stuff. I can do more now. Actually, I've built up their reputation quite a bit. It'd be nice to take just a small break today from the Almajal Beast Drop quest. Let's get into something a bit different today. It's been a while. I did not mean to waste my sprint. I wish I could suspend myself into the air like that and teleport. It'd be pretty sweet. I would save so much on gas. Before something crazy happens and I just randomly forget, I'm gonna go ahead and get the edgy out. I may have been wrong about my destination here. No, that's not it. Maybe it was back in Old Dahl. It'd been quite some time. I thought about jumping back into some Hildebrand stuff. He's a fun character. Got a fun story that follows him. But I do not remember where I'd last seen Hildebrand. Oof. Not many skills. Sills. Actually, what is that under there? It's Manderville gold pieces. What is up, Implerian? How's it going? Glad you could join us. Okay, this was the last one. Where was the last place we saw him? Lady Darilda gleefully accepts the treaty blade and takes her leave, only to appear a second time inquiring as to the whereabouts of her weapon. Inspector Bradine immediately deduces that the First Lady Darilda was in fact the thief who sent the challenge in disguise, and that Gilgamesh was a different thief who had no interest in the treaty blade. The flying card, which embeds itself into the inspector's forehead, appears to be substinent. The theory, as the words writ upon a stile, I shall claim the Lapis Maiden virtue. It reads, a bold challenge. Inspector Braden gladly accept until Hildebrand preempts his declaration, driving his rival into a frenzy. As the two men circle Lord Lillarito's statue in the square, Maria bursts into laughter, and her normally stern mother soon does the same. Despite failing to protect the treaty blade, it would seem Inspector Hildebrand achieved an arguably more worthwhile measure of success. That told me nothing. I was just at Vesper Bay. Sell some old gear for sales. How do you do that? I actually, was... Oh, I could do some stuff for Swift now as well. It'd be something fun to jump in on. I've been here before to do some of that stuff, but I couldn't really, figure it out. So I kind of gave up. Go to the personnel officer. Ah. Whoa. Is this my stuff? There's a lot of stuff here. Good tip, Harvey Dent. Good tip. I'd go ahead and get rid of all the stuff I'll know I'll never need. Then I'll go back through and cycle through the rest. It's like a remix. I'm having too much fun with this right now. Makes you wonder why they put that on there every time. There's an option to... Oh! HUD gear set items. Oh, you'd think you could turn that off. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Going crazy on me there. The music is hypnotizing me. Ooh. Just what we wanted to see. I don't care. I'm going to keep the Holy Lance. I want it. Even if it means nothing. I believe I had the HUD gear set items on there. I believe so. Ah, time for the dungeon! Oh! Wow! What was that? Ah, Nyx. They said something. Whoa. So giant rocks just fall here. It's all good, Zombie Fox. It's all good. Thank you for the tip, no less. I try to follow tips for the most part. As long as they don't, take me out of my common battle style here. Everybody ditched out. Come on, Ifrit. We can fight him on the go. Ooh. Got me. Digging this place so far. Really cool. Gonna wait on the Dreadworm Trance till my Aether Flow's just a little charged up. I just jumped right into it. Luckily I didn't get locked out of here. Oh no. Wasted the Dreadworm Trance. Ooh. Whoa. Took away my Aether Flow. Ah! Come on, Aether Flow. Come back to me. Yes. Oh, I wasted it. Whew. Wasn't too bad. I'm not worried about it right now. Screw it. For the sills. out just a second. Yo, Holmes. Go pick on somebody else. I got your tank. Maybe not. Maybe you got yourself. Okay, what happened here? Our healer just randomly quit for no reason? Looks that way. Maybe disconnection. It's a bummer. What is up, Doovy Doo? Or Doov Doo. Hopefully I've said that right. And yes, many people have tried to get me to zoom out. I just prefer to be zoomed in. Much better views. And I honestly do a decent job with seeing the AoEs all over the place. Occasionally they skip me up. In the meantime, I could actually eat something that probably could give me a little boost. It's something I always neglect. Let's go with this new stuff. The Heavenly Eggnog. Gotta wait a minute. Just in case. I'm gonna go ahead and set this up. 34. I don't really care. Suicide. Yeah. It's impossible. Healer. If only my healing spell were better. So sick. Just doesn't do enough. Honestly, you'd think it wouldn't be too rough to find a healer for this place. Slot in the mood. Hey, I got the boots. If only I could go to the water. What is this dance? not very different. I think my favorite's still the Manderville dance. Oh, dismiss. You offline? No. Hey, they've got the Manderville man dance as well. And we've got a healer. Oh, wait. What? No! Oh. Okay. Now we're all good. What was going down here? What was the Nevermind for? Oh. Play with some emotes here. I got a pat. Simple enough. Come on, healer. Woo! Healer's ready. Come on, tank. Come on, tank. Barely got it. Not really gonna help me out either. I'll pass this one. Maybe the healer will get it, and maybe it'll be of use. Kind of came in and saved the day here. Double goo-goo. Whoa. Could have waited out just a tad bit longer. That tank does have a really cool sword. Ooh, who is this creature? Defeat Dotal Kilok. Whoa, spots. That's not a good thing. Let's stay in front of this. Wasted the Dreadworm trance. Can't do anyway. Whoa! Could have sworn I was in front of that thing. This dude has a really cool weapon though. It's like the wings of Garuda. Did I use Bane? Oh. There we go. That could have went a little bit more smoothly. Screwed up a few of my skills. What is this? Not really gonna help. I'll greet it. No, I used it late. I'm not having the best of luck with this Dreadworm Trance in here. Ooh. Gonna save the Dreadworm Trance. It won't be long for us to get rid of these characters here. And use it at a more appropriate time instead of wasting it. Now wouldn't be a bad time to use it. Ooh, that was the first one. Wasted. Maybe they'll recharge. Oh, this dude looks cool. Crazy. E3 has been doing really good in here. Oh, we're almost there, come on. Not Mesva. This is it. We got it. Oh. Yes. And the green bird. Oh, that was nice. If anybody's even around, I'll give it to the tank. He did a really good job. Very patient. What's the loot? Some legs. Take them. That place was fun. Fun indeed. What is next?
Thank the gods! What happened?
Stuff.
So they were unable to see the ritual to its completion. Then Garuda is no longer a threat, and whatever the Ascians and the Warriors of Darkness were planning has come to naught. But we should not tarry. The knights have secured our path to safety.
Well, well. What do we have here?
You'd better not have killed the primal without us.
The Warriors of Darkness? Who's up front here?
You!
Got accommodation.
Wait,
Ooh.
I know you. Still walking, I see. I could have sworn my aim was true.
I think he's all I say.
Just what is your game? Leading us a long way so these fools could step in and claim our prize?
No. Let's not make hasty accusations. By the look of things, the ritual was proceeding as planned. We arrived at the appointed hour. 'Twas they who erred.
It is hopeless. We cannot face them all.
Do mine ears deceive? A boy! So that's the way of it. Twins! You had me worried for a moment there. Know that I will happily make it quicker for you, if you just stand still.
Enough, Jarumal. We wouldn't want to upset the man in white with any unnecessary bloodshed now, would we? You've been awfully busy since we were kind enough to spare your lives.
While you were idly consorting with the Ascians, you mean? 7 hells! What could you possibly hope to achieve?
Should I explain it to you? Very well. Consider it a reward of sorts for beating us here. You know the tale of Hydaelyn and Zodiark, I take it? Of the Great Sundering and the reflections it created?
Across 10 and 3 they were divided. Reflections of the source, each possessed of shards of light and dark.
Just so. One of those reflections, the one nearest to the source, is our home. And we were the heroes blessed with her light. But not all worlds hold light and dark in equal measure. In ours, the power of light was greater by far. So the Ascians, who once threatened our home, were no match. And they fell before us, one after another, till none were left. Victory, we thought. And then came the light. A flood of pure, blinding radiance, annihilating shadow and color and life itself. Ere long, it will consume our world, leaving naught in its wake but blank perfection.
That cannot be. Do you honestly expect us to believe such a story?
Believe what you like. But it has happened before, on a world far removed from ours. The 13th, which was swallowed by the dark and transformed into what you call the Void. Unchallenged light would condemn us to a similar fate. And so we joined hands with our former enemies, and with their aid came here, to the source, for there is but one way to restore the balance and save our home. The Ardor. Calamitous destruction with the power to break down the barriers between planes and see our worlds rejoined.
You would doom our world to save your own? What would even become of us? Of you?
Enough. I tire of talking. You know our cause, You know what is at stake. We are prepared to do whatever it takes. Are you?
If there is aught you would say, say it. Otherwise, begone. You have no friends here.
Is this Oriage? Is that who that is right now? Don't answer that. It's my suspicion. He has been consorting with them. All things considered, we should be grateful to have survived that encounter. Do you think it could be true that to save their world they must bring ruin to ours? No, it matters not. Such wanton destruction is beyond justification. Whatever their reasons, they must be stopped. The sacrifice, the loss, it ends here. Alphino would like nothing more than to get out of the snow. Forgive me, this is neither the time nor the place for idle introspection. The knights can apprise Lord Edmund of our success, and we, the Lord Commander. More importantly, I should like to see if my sister's condition has improved. You may take a moment for yourself if you wish. I will be at the congregation. I need no moment. Almost 61, halfway there. Well, a little over halfway. What's up, Chocobo? What am I doing? Yep, her name is Choco. She loves to pop in when she can. Emmerich, what's the news? It brings me joy to see you safely return to us, Tonberry. What news from Zulfatol? Then we were not too late. On behalf of Ishgard, I offer you my deepest thanks. As for we who remained behind, Mistress Yastola has been tending to Mistress Alice in your absence, and I am pleased to report she has regained consciousness. I imagine you have many questions, especially given your recent encounter with the Warriors of Darkness. I know, I do. Come, let me show you to her room. Do not worry, her condition is much improved. She's a resilient one, much like her brother. She is the real star of the stream.
Alize, how are you feeling?
Well enough, brother. Thanks to the kindness of our hosts. They told me you had departed for Zulfatol while I was still abed. I slept much better knowing that. Thank you.
I take it your mission was a success.
As if we needed any further confirmation that they are in league with the Ascians. But to save another world? I think not.
I too thought his story fanciful at first. But it is possible there may be a kernel of truth in all of this. At the very least, none of his claims contradict the word's account.
You were following these people, Alice. Why?
During my travels, I had oft enjoyed tales of the Scions and their exploits. But after a time, I began to hear whispers of a gifted and theretofore unknown band of adventurers. Adventurers who had supposedly sworn to travel the realm slaying primals in the Scion's stead.
The Warriors of Darkness. And in the course of investigating these rumors, you stumbled upon the Ascians' involvement.
Chill out.
Yes, exactly.
Forgive me, but if these Warriors of Darkness mean to bring about another calamity, to what end do they hunt primals?
To prompt an escalation. To deepen the beast tribe's feelings of helplessness and despair, and thereby drive them to summon ever more powerful gods. And lest we forget, these events do not occur in isolation. With their patron deities being slain left and right, the news of man's victory over Nidhogg must surely have sown panic in the minds of the beastmen. 'Tis no wonder they wish to defend themselves.
Power answered with greater power. Death with more death. A vicious cycle fueled by fear and hatred. I know it's like all too well.
Indeed. The Ascians sow discord and desperation, and the Warriors of Darkness reap the harvest. And so it continues. Yet that is not the extent of their ambitions. The Ascian himself observed that once the powerless realize that the old gods have failed them, they will have little recourse but to look to a new one.
We cannot let that happen.
It should come as no surprise, but Alice and I have uncovered evidence that the Ascians have been manipulating certain parties to ensure that a constant stream of crystals flows into the hands of the beast tribes. If we sever these supply lines, we should at least be able to slow the escalation.
Agreed. Kral and I shall journey to Zelphatol and learn what we can of the Ixal's source.
Then I, for my part, pledge to lead a similar investigation into the origin of the Nath supply.
Sir Emmerich?
As a member of the Eorzean Alliance, Ishgard is honor-bound to play an active role in maintaining the security of the realm. You might also say that I have some personal motivation, given the Ascians' dealings with my father. However, I make no secret of the fact that my knowledge of primal beings is scant at best. As such, I should be most grateful if one of your order were to assist me.
Allow me, Sir Emmerich. I have dealt with the Nath before.
Let us consult with Orianja then. Given his dedication to the study of primal beings, I should be surprised if he could not tell us something of value.
Allow me to accompany you, brother. And before you think to refuse, know that I am not the girl I once was. I shall not be a burden. You have my word.
But Alice, you... You are more than welcome. After all, it was you who set us upon this path.
Wait a minute. I'm afraid I can't allow you to leave just yet. Not until you try on the new outfit I prepared for you.
toy she was... Choco's always wanting to play. Always. Just like Tataru's always dressing up the signs. It has been many moons since last we worked together, though I believe the same cannot be said of the two of you. I confess I was aware of your subterranean expedition, of your search for the truth of the calamity. I considered involving myself with her venture for a time, but, as you know all too well, circumstances conspired to keep us apart. I can only assume she carried on in our absence. My apologies for keeping you waiting. Looks like she's ready for adventure. Alright then, shall we be off? Tataru never ceases to impress, though for a moment I feared she might furnish you with an identical outfit. Praise the 12 she did not. Mother and father were rather too fond of making us wear matching clothes. Do you remember that time at the stadium when that girl of yours crept up behind me in the hall and whispered, "Sister, please, she was not my... We cannot have this conversation in front of the Warrior of Lot." So be it. Another time, perhaps. I should thank you again for your assistance with my expeditions, Tomberry. Though we left matters somewhat unfinished, I am nevertheless prepared to focus on the task at hand and aid you in the fullest extent of my ability. As you helped me to brave the coils, so too I will help you defeat the Warriors of Darkness. A pleasure to have you with us. I've been meaning to ask about the carriage. Welcome to the fight. Yeah, we'll say it's a nice pleasure. Now I want to know what she said as well. New garments aside, I must say that you seem different, more resolute than when we last met, and you have a look of a woman who is ready to fight for the future of Eorzea. To the extent of my abilities, perhaps, but I have no delusions of grandeur, nor will I pretend to have found myself or any such thing. I am here today because I would regret it if I weren't. That is all. Fair enough. Let us depart for the Waking Sands, and then see if Urianger can be of assistance. Maybe he can. Maybe he cannot. He has become very, very sketchy lately. Might as well leave that. been a while since I've been here. Oriange, apologies for calling upon you unannounced. Why, Master Alphino, would that the scholar had seen fit to grant me knowledge of thy coming. What bringeth thee and thine here this day? An update, that is what. The Warriors of Darkness have returned. Pray allow us to explain. I too have heard tales in recent days of Prommels being risen up only to be cast down by forces unknown. Alas, as thou didst observe, this serveth but to spur the beast tribes to pursue their goals with redoubled fervor. We have two objectives at this time: to identify and remove the source of the beast tribes' crystals, and to take direct action to prevent any further summoning rituals from reaching completion. The second is easier said than done, of course. While we were fortunate enough to learn of the Ixal's plans before they came into fruition, I should be surprised if the Warrior of Darkness and the Ashians did not have similar designs elsewhere, of which we have no knowledge. Thou wert wise to come hither, for this very day did I receive tidings from most troubling from across the Strait of Menelthor. Ogamoro stirreth, and there are whispers that the Lord of Crags neareth his return. Mere rumors, mark thou, but in light of thine own discoveries, thou canst ill afford to turn a deaf ear to their claims. Aye, we must ascertain the truth of the martyr ourselves. Let us consult with the Maelstrom forces stationed at Camp Overlook Tonberry. Thank you for your counsel, Oriange. Pray inform us, should you learn aught else. I shall. If I may, brother, Oriange, is there anything else you would like to say? I'll say. If not, then never mind. I only ask because you are normally rather more verbose. Nothing to add. Very well. Ere we depart, I wish to make a request. The Warriors of Darkness spoke of how the Ardor had the power to break down the barriers between the planes, that our worlds would be rejoined. I would ask that you research this for us. Being nowhere near as well read as you, I am sure I wouldn't know where to begin. That said, I have heard tell of a promising tome, the Girun Oracles. Mayhap you could start there. By thy leave. Camp Overlook, was it? Very well. What is going down? Was I correct? Was he the half-masked stranger? You're sketchy. Oh my goodness. What a day. All kinds of discoveries. Seven hells. At this rate, I'll have to appeal to Maelstrom Command for reinforcements. Whatever is it? We don't want any. Well, fancy that. Just when my kobold problems look like becoming to a head. It's relentless today. Just go away. Oh, well, fancy that. Coming to a head, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn turn up, itching to pitch in. Bloody brilliant timing it is. Timing is what it is. Right, then let's get to it. They never stop. No. I give up. Commander bulletin bloated. It never stops. Oh dear God. It's incredible. Oh well. Commander Blooding is eager to put you to work. Put us to work. So our friendly neighbors in Ugamoro have got much more aggressive as of late, just as you said. Matter of fact, our scouts spotted one sniffing out the stores just now, likely looking to make off with an armful of crystals. I'll be damned if I'm about to let that happen. Lend a hand and help us search the camp for the little bugger, would ya? Well, you've spoken with the commander then. I have. Our Maelstrom friends seem notably more agitated than when we first arrived. Do you happen to know why? That might be. A kobold in the camp, you say? That would appear to corroborate Oriange's information. Yes. But to be so reckless as to infiltrate a Maelstrom camp and draw attention to their efforts is passing strange. Well, there will be time to think on this later. For the present, we must do everything in our power to prevent Taunt's summoning, and that means finding and questioning this kobold. How well could a kobold hide himself amongst all these people? Where have you gone, koboldling? Stay back. Away. Far back. I'm not a... God. It's no use. Pointless. Hopeless. No use. did he go? Whoa. That was weird. Okay, this thing's got some skills. Got away from me. Darren Rivera, how's it going? Thanks for watching, thanks for coming in. Alright, Koboldling. Where are you? How has this Koboldling eluded me so well this time? Koboldling, where the hell are you? Please, don't hurt me. All I wish to talk. Yes, just talk. You are the worst at talking. Okay, finally. This was a stupid plan. Stupid, stupid, stupid. But if I tell no one, then no one will. Guy found me again. What to do, what to do, what to do. I come in peace, only to talk. Speak, say, talk. So please, please do not hurt me. So this is our wildly kobold infiltrator, is it? No wonder the soldiers were on edge. He could very well give one a bruised knee. Huzzah, we've got him. Fine work, Sans. So, little one. Thought you could sneak into my camp, did you? Plotting to steal my crystals, were you? No, no, no. I came to talk, to ask for help. But when your soldiers saw me, they drew their weapons, and I shouted, and Now, let us all take a deep breath and discuss this like civilized individuals. What is your name, child? Babu. Gabu. Pikmin Gabu. Of the 620th order, at least. I will be a Pikmin one day. Well met, Gabu. I am Alfino, and this is my sister, Alice. Tonberry, the man who found you as our friend. And now that you know our names, we can be friends too. Now, Commander Bloedin? Here thinks you wanted to take this crystal, Gabu, but you said you came to ask for help. Why to us and not your own people? What happened, Gabu? Can you tell us? No one is going to hurt you, alright? Not while we're here, I promise. The Patriarch, the Patriarch is going to summon the Great Father again, and you have to stop him. Beat him. Beat him, stop him. Gabu's parents said they didn't want it, along with many others, but the Patriarch wouldn't listen. He was so angry, raging, fuming angry. He said if they didn't have iron in their hearts, they would serve as coke for the furnace. And then the guards took my parents and the others away, and I haven't seen any of them since. Coke for the furnace? I did not want to believe it, but I have heard tales of Fossey fashioned from the bones of beastmen, which worshippers use in the rituals, hoping to summon more powerful incarnations of their gods. By the 12, that is sickening. No one listens to Gabu, no matter how much he cries, pleads, begs, cries. They do not listen, only talk about punishing the overdwellers and praising the Great Father. Gabu loves the Great Father, but he loves his parents too, so please help Gabu stop the Patriarch before... oh, and save his parents. Got ahead of myself. Commander, advise Maelstrom Command that Tauten's summoning is imminent. Should the worst come to worst, we will require their support. Time being of the essence, we three will attempt to infiltrate the Kobold stronghold, secure their crystals, and free the prisoners. Well, if you're sure, you'll forgive me if I don't seem optimistic. We'll make ready, just in case. I have faith that we may stop the ritual. We would surely have detected the associated etheric disturbance had Taunton manifested already, but I cannot speak for the prisoners. 12 have mercy, that they would have contemplate sacrificing their own flesh and blood, brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers. Time is of the essence. We must see what Gabu knows, and formulate a plan without further delay. And be that as it may, everybody, it is time for me to jump out of here. I need to take a break. And catch up on a few things here in IRL. But if you would like to see what unravels next, be sure to subscribe. I will be jumping back in tonight. I'm actually going to postpone Final Fantasy XII until, because of my work schedule, I will not be playing tomorrow or Tuesday, but I will pick it back up on Wednesday. We're going to try to move through a little bit more of this story, and I will jump back in here at 6 o'clock Eastern time. Actually, we'll make it yeah, 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock just sounds better. And that is Eastern time in the US. It is 2:26 here now, so in about 3.5 hours I'll be back with more Final Fantasy XIV. Again, I will be back with 12 on Wednesday. I just really want to push through more of this story while I have the opportunity to today. Game of Thrones tonight, so I also have work tomorrow, so I can't stay up too late. Really want to get in on my real life spamming of the shows. And I also have a few things I need to manage right now as well. So again, Final Fantasy XII will return Wednesday. And I'll be back with Final Fantasy XIV here in about 3.5 hours. So it should be fun. I'll be ready to jump back into there. Zombie Fox, see you later. Hopefully you can make it. Darren Rivera, glad you could jump in here. Kaoken Kitty, it was fun. Do not really sure at the approach of your name there, but no doubt. Glad you could join us. Hopefully I've said that right. Harvey Dent, always a pleasure. Always a pleasure to have you all around. Imperlian, glad you can join us as well. Matthew, it was really awesome. Hopefully work is going well for you. Glad you could jump in here while you're at work. Always really cool when people can spend their breaks jumping in here. Shows the real Final Fantasy love. Can't even break away from it at work. But everybody, no doubt, it is time for me to jump out of here. And cannot wait to see you all later. Take it easy, everybody. Back at 6 Eastern Time, US. 3.5 hours. See you there. See you there.